there were 3 sheets, example 1, 2, and then a sample assignment.
Okay.
sheet.
So let's do assignment 2-1. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So is everybody there? It's a very interesting data sheet, guys. Okay. Typically, if you all of you are HR people, mostly we use regression compensation. What can you see here? What can you see here? Anybody who can explain? Aman? You're muted, Aman. Just
So in this
checking
we
for your knowledge. Huh? Yeah.
both to use but we have this the positions which we have in our organizations, then assigning point values to those positions, and then
Market value.
market
Okay.
value of
I will explain.
those
I will
positions.
explain now.
Yeah.
I will explain all this. So here, this is the compensation data. Okay, guys? Compensation data. Now, in this compensation data, you have, say, a set of benchmarked positions. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have about 8 positions, I think, right? Huh? We have 8 positions. Now, there has been a job evaluation done. They have been assigned the worth of the job and quantitatively, and they have been assigned point values. That means the worth of an engineer is 115 points. The worth of a CO is 500 points. The worth of COO is 400 points. So you have assigned values, and these values have not been assigned in a very casual approach, but they have been done systematically through a job evaluation process, and the worth of the job has been valued as 500 or 400. So these are point values. Now, having said that, what is the purpose of actually doing this? We want to ensure that there is a fair salary or equitable salary paid to all these people. So when we say fair salary, equitable salary paid to all these people, we need to then compare it with some comparator, that is the market data. So therefore, you can see that in the C column, you have market data. So market value in rupees per month represents the market data. That means an engineer is paid 10,000 rupees per month in the market for a similar position. So are we clear till here? Are we clear till here? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Please. Okay. Now, please hide this D. D is something which you just hide because this is what you have to do. Hide it off. Okay. Yeah. Also hide your data of slope and intercept, whatever is written there. Hide it. Then even this graph, you hide it because otherwise it will influence you. Or you can delete it. Okay. Delete it. Done. Now, what will you do? You have to actually calculate the salary I need to pay in my organization for these positions. Okay. Considering that I have actually got a market value. Now, what is the formula? Use the formula here first. Put it down in any fourth column anywhere. What's the formula?
Y is equal
Y
to
salary
A
is equal to
plus BX.
A plus BX. Now put it there. Again, Y is equal to, you can actually put slope multiplied by X. That will be better. Slope multiplied by X plus intercept. Slope multiplied by X plus intercept. Good. Till here, are we very clear? Are we clear? Yes? Okay. Next, what will you do now, Nikita? No. Now you will calculate value of slope. So I have told you 2 to 3 methods of doing this, no? So you can calculate slope value by individual. You can insert function. So known wise, what will be the known by market data? Y is dependent. Yes.
Just a moment. So I have to select the entire data, right?
No, you should
Put
not.
comma, put comma,
Ah,
put comma. Now select the B, column B,
which is your
known X.
X data.
Yeah,
Right.
X data, yeah. Close the bracket, that's it.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Now calculate intercept.
Let me just remove this. I think this is using us.
So did you calculate this is slope or intercept which you calculated?
The previous one was
Ah.
slow.
So
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, and intercept, right?
yeah. Known Y's and then known X again.
Market data,
Yeah,
Column
Yes.
C, whole of column C,
with a comma.
Comma.
Now. All right.
comma.
whole of column B, enter.
Great. Great. So minus 477. Now sometimes your intercept can be minus. So what will you do now? Now to calculate your E column, that is salaries, what will you do now? What is the formula? You can go to this where there remove that y is equal to a plus b plus bx. Remove that. Now you do equal to sign. Now put open the bracket. Open a bracket. Now put the slope and intercept are constant. So put the slope value. What is the slope value?
126.3.
Yeah, you can give 126 point. No, don't put E16. Put your intercept slope value. Okay, slope multiplied by, then you can put your cell here.
Any point in column B, any cell
So
in column B.
engineer,
Yeah.
so click that. Okay, now what will you do? Minus,
So
close the bracket and then say minus 477.249. Yeah, in fact, click on your E
Enter.
column 1 there, and then you can drag it.
I did not get you. I'm sorry.
So E2,
okay,
in that
okay.
E2, you can click on that engineer position, no?
Uh,
Because we took what?
You want the calculation to be here, you meant. Is it?
Yes.
So can I just like,
Control X.
yeah.
Control V.
Yeah.
Now drag it till the
Now drag it.
Yeah.
Got it? So these are the salaries you are going to pay, okay? Considering that the market value is this. So what has happened? It has predicted by doing regression, it has predicted these salaries. Now let me just ask you to do the scatter graph, what you did, so that you can see how you can do all that. Yeah. So for scatter graph, you only have to do what? Point
First select the
value
column
and
B
market value. That's it. First. Yeah.
Insert.
Insert. Okay. Now click on anything. Now you know how to do quick layout also. You can straight away go to quick layout and layout 9, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get the same figures by calculating and
Yes.
did you get the same figures? 126.37 and 477, right?
Yes, yes.
And your regression, which is R square, is 0.96. That means 96% the what? Salary is dependent on the point value, which is very, very good. Which is very, very good.
Hi.
Now do the other
Ma'am,
data analysis. Use that also. At one go,
Ma'am,
you can get this. So that,
ma'am,
everybody else who's watching you can do then. You'll have to delete this, otherwise you won't have space to do, no?
drag it somewhere else.
Okay.
Y will be market
Y is always your market value.
Right.
X is your point value. Right. Label, yes. Output where you want. New sheet?
Right here.
No, it will be too small there.
Ah, is it? Okay, so you want for a new worksheet.
Okay. Then click on your line fit plots just to have that. Yeah. You'll have
Yes,
it.
it is.
Okay. 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 Now scroll down. Did you get the same data?
These numbers, right? Predicted numbers.
Have you checked for your figures? Intercept, slope. Have you seen that you are getting the same values? Have you got the same values, guys?
No, ma'am.
Oh, right. Something seems off.
I think there is something you have not.
Yeah,
Let's,
something seems
yeah,
off.
yeah. Please do it again. Yeah. Please do it
We've got
again.
the same value.
Please, huh?
I've got the same value. There is some error, I think.
Okay, let me try
I
again.
would recommend just keep point value, market value, and delete everything.
Where is that?
No, keep your X and Y values and delete everything so that you can also see that regression output. Because the more you have your data, then it
Before
will
we
be.
remove this, I mean, I just
Ah.
had a question here. The figure was 14,000 something in E2, right? Yeah. So does this mean that if I increase the point value 115 to 116 by 1 point, then the figure
It
will
will
go
increase.
from 10,000 to
It will become a
14,000?
little different here.
That's what is this column E numbers. They mean that if we increase the point value by 1, then this will come up.
Your
Is that
predicted value will become a little different.
okay? So what does this? How do we put a header on this column? This column is what? 1405. At column E is
You see your salary which you need to pay, for example.
okay.
So considering that your slope value is 126.3704 and your intercept is minus 477. Say, for example, if you were to increase from 115 to 116,
Okay.
then what it will be like? Your slope is, what
It
is
will
the
be
value of your
negative.
slope? 126 point multiplied by 1 minus 477.
It will
If you do
decrease.
that, that's the value which will increase if you increase by 1 point.
Yes. So
Got it?
yes.
You can actually calculate the increase in salary by 1 point.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
So
click on.
does Nikita want to do it again? That's some
Yeah.
regression so that others can see. And why did it come wrong at that point of time?
So we go on to data analysis, regression.
Yeah, let's see why
Right.
did it come. No, let's
Go to
did not
input
give up.
range, which is this. All
Okay.
right. And X, I choose again this. My labels are there. My
New worksheet is there. Yeah.
worksheet and line plots.
Nikita,
Yeah, yeah.
when you're choosing, you're not choosing labels, but we are ticking the labels. You're choosing from C2, right?
Oh, acha. I thought she
yeah.
did the label also. That's
So-
very
so
good.
That
Good
creates a problem, is it?
Because
Whoever
you're
it
clicking on the labels.
So
See,
if I
if
do
you
not
choose
select the
labels-
labels, this will affect the result.
Yeah, choose labels. Yes, here it might affect.
Ah,
So
okay.
Yeah. Yes. And now maybe it will come right.
Ah, okay. Okay, I thought there should be no effect. All right. That's something to learn.
Yeah.
let me see what is. Yeah, exactly. You've got
Yeah, this is intercept
This
of
is
minus
correct,
477.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
very good observation. Huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Nikita.
And just scroll down. Let me
Yeah.
just see.
Yeah, the figures are the same.
Excellent. Huh? Chalo, good job done. Now I want you all to do the other 2 assignments on your own. Now that you've got a hang of it. Correct? Huh?
Right.
Very good. Was that Snehalika who said?
Yeah,
Huh?
yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Good, good. Okay. So can you all do, and then after say 5-6 minutes, then we'll check back. Then we'll go on to benchmarking and trend analysis. Okay. I hope the entire crowd is doing, or they just, let me check. Himanshu, Shiv, Amrendra. We have a big group. I hope everybody is doing it.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Huh? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Shiv Chowdhury.
Yes, madam. Doing, madam.
Okay. Vimal, Surgapal.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done? All
Yes.
three?
Yes. Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you only to showcase it. I'm going to ask a couple of people to showcase what you
sure.
have done. Try all the three methods so that you know exactly all the three methods.
Nirmala, can I do it by showing it to you by sharing the screen from
Who
the
is
beginning?
this? Who is this?
Awais. Awais.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, otherwise. Even others can get a handle on it.
Let me. Will you give me the right to share the screen?
Yeah, you have it. When Nikita could share the screen, I'm sure you also can share the screen.
No, I'm not able to share it.
Vilma? Vilma, will you just check?
Option to you can do it. At the bottom there is share screen. Go to share screen,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
from your desktop you can click open. It will get shared.
You probably need to select
Bilkul.
some screen to share.
Okay. It's coming.
Yeah, I can now see a voice. Somebody put something on the chat. How do we? Okay. Yeah, let me see what. This is the same one you are showing me now, Hawais? Can you hear me, Hawais? First, delete your pay line salary, which is already there, so that you don't get influenced.
You're on mute in case you are speaking away.
Who is on mute? Me?
Not you, not you. In case, I mean, I was just checking with Awais. In case he's speaking, he's on mute.
Your microphone is disabled. Okay. Somebody's microphone. The host would like to.
It's on mute now. It's on mute now. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's audible.
So for the timing, I have to delete this. Okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise you will get influenced. Delete even that D column.
D column also. Okay.
Great. Okay. Now,
So now
we
we
won't interrupt. You should now just do it.
Starting from
You decide.
from the slope.
So you will go to function. You can calculate, insert function. You can write slope there, it will come immediately. Type a brief description of what you want to do, and then you can. Good. Y is what? Market value.
Yes, market value is Y.
Okay. And known excess will be your point value. Okay, then, all right. Yeah, now intercept. Now what will you do? What is the formula? Slope multiplied by point value plus intercept to make it more easier for you. Slope multiplied by point value, y is equal to slope multiplied by point value.
No.
No, you can put that as a formula. Slope multiplied by point value plus intercept.
So I have to take it from the formula, or I can put the number itself.
No. So now, now you know that formula, right? So what you do now, there is an H column there. Okay. H.
Okay.
So click on H2. Because
Okay.
that will give you a
Fine.
pay line salary. Okay. Once you click on that, you have to then go there. Now, what's the formula? So, yeah, open the bracket.
Open to.
No, now you're going down. Open the bracket. And I would say hardwire the formula. So slope, put the slope value.
126.
Now, I would recommend actually put the, because that's not changing, right? So put the value 126, or you can put 126, 127. Okay. All right. Multiplied by the point value. Now you can put your cell formula. Point value cell is B2. Close the bracket. Minus 477.249. You did that? Minus 477.249.
So should I
Yeah,
get the formula, or should I put the number
don't put
only?
your, no, don't put, you put the value now, 477.249.
Does it affect the output selecting the cell value?
Okay. Yeah. Now you can drag it. Got it? Yeah.
Yes.
So now you are very clear, and I'm sure you can do the other and all that. No? The regression output method also you can do if you want. You can also do the quick layout. Now all of you have four cells.
I can do it in front of you all, so that it could be a revision for
Sure.
everyone as
No
well.
worries.
So I can start it from.
Which one are you doing now? You know to do the other one? Oh, okay. You have a data analysis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regression job. Okay. Y range, input Y range with the labels. Y is your market value with the labels. Okay. Now X with the labels. Okay. Good. Now label, pick the label. Labels, pick it. Okay.
We need
Now
to click on residues and
output
residue
kahan
plot
chahiye?
and
New
line plot.
worksheet. Have you put new worksheet you want?
Yeah.
Now, okay.
So I have clicked in residuals also,
No,
and
you
line
don't
fit
need
plots.
now residuals. Just a line of it is good enough. Okay. Residuals nahi chahiye. Okay. All right. Residuals bhi laga do. Okay. Now, okay. Do okay. Yeah. So you get at one go your salaries, and you at one go you get everything, your intercept value, your point value, everything, right? Okay.
Yes.
Was it Avais or Ashutosh? Ashutosh.
Yes.
You want to do
Avais
the
said.
graph? You want to do the graph?
Yes. I want to do
Scatter
the graph also.
Okay, just do the graph. You will be very sure. How will you do graph? So for a change, you do this. Hide C column. You will get a straight. This is called the best fit line. Hide the C column. Okay. And do the pay line data and point value. You will get one straight line. No, you have to select both the data, no? Yeah. Okay.
Done. And
Okay,
in
guys,
other
so
way,
you
if I have to do it, it can be also
data
from
ko
the
no. If you click on your chart, just click on that, you'll
yeah,
get it quickly out. Click on
yeah,
that. हाँ
I clicked it.
उस बीच में करोगे हाँ देखो under home
We can get
FX and you will get the same thing. Okay. Chalo, you become perfect now. All right. So please,
yeah.
all of you I want you all to, I'm just giving another 5 to 6 minutes, do all your 2 sets of data, and then we'll move on to benchmarking and trend analysis, guys. Okay.
Sure.
For everybody, 5 minutes is good enough or you want 10 minutes? Please tell me. ये क्या है?
Can we do the example 2 sheet? It has a bit of detailed data. I mean, still
all your data,
market
all your
salary
set.
data.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just give 5 minutes. I think most of you have done. So 5 minutes if somebody has not done, and just give me a thumbs up. Then what we will do is we'll immediately go on to, I will then do benchmarking process and trend analysis. Okay. Please, if you are very clear with your regression analysis and with your correlation and you have done the assignment, then I would like to go on. Just give me a thumbs up. Okay. Just give me a thumbs up and I'm moving on.
Nirmala, one question I have.
This is
Alok.
Alok. Okay,
Yeah.
Alok.
So when I was doing the regression method,
Uh,
so when I was not selecting the label like the point value and the market value and the data array thing, the output was showing different values.
So
what's the
in
reason?
fact, in the regression, because there is a small column where it says labels, right?
Yeah.
So you have to take with the label and also click on the label.
Okay, if I select label, then I have to take the label data also then. Okay.
Absolutely. And then click on it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you. Looks like everybody is now perfect at it. Huh? Okay, guys. Okay, are you all there? Though I can't see anybody, at least couple of people who can show up. Huh? Okay. Yeah, Aman. So nice of you. You are always there. Huh? Like, okay. So the next thing we're talking about a statistical analytical tool is benchmarking. Has anybody done benchmarking? Typically, what do you understand by benchmarking? When I say benchmarking, what does it mean? Please.
Setting standard, like,
Benchmark means standard, right? Standard. That means I want to compare. Does it come to your mind?
Yeah.
Benchmarking means I want to compare. For example, if
standards.
all of you must have done employee satisfaction survey. Yes?
Sure.
At least familiar if you have not done. Huh? So typically, if I say I want to benchmark my employee satisfaction index, that means if I've got, say, 5, if I've got a 6 this year, I want to compare. Definitely, only when I compare, I will know if I've done better or if I've not done better, right? So maybe I would like to compare with what did I get last year. Because that's what I do, no? Hey, what was last year's satisfaction survey? Or if you typically do every 6 months, then you will say, hey, what was 6 months before and what is now? So if there is a negative, then you will say, hey, but why are we doing badly? We did better last time. So I'm able to kind of, find out, okay, then I will go into the root cause. What made me do that? So typically organizations, what they do, they typically do benchmarking. So when I'm doing benchmarking, what does it mean? I need to have some data where with which I can compare. Now in benchmarking, I can do one what? Internal benchmarking. So when I say internal benchmarking, what does it mean? That means I'm comparing it with my previous data. Okay. I can then also do what? I can also compare with what?
External data.
External industries, external benchmarking. All right. So you can do benchmarking. So benchmarking is a process of determining a certain preset standard of measurement, saying that, hey, vis-a-vis this, where am I? So for that, what will you need then? You need data with whom you want to compare. So typically when I'm talking about a benchmarking process of, say, for example, measuring the performance of a company, it could be a product or a service or a processes, anything. I want to benchmark my recruitment process. So what will I do then? What am I going to actually then evaluate, first of all? Maybe I will say, hey, I want to benchmark my recruitment process in terms of what? Cost per hire. But cost per hire for different levels will be different level, different cost. So I have to be very, very clear about cost per, at what level am I comparing? Is it at the entry level, level 1, level 2, level 3? Now, with whom will I then compare? With similar industries. Will I compare with different industries or similar industries? So my benchmarking also should be that I have to compare it with similar industries. So can I typically compare that? Cost per hire? Yeah, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very important metric. There is something called, I'm sure some of you have already heard it from me. ECR ratio. Employee cost to revenue ratio, a very important metric for the CEO. Now, what is this employee cost to revenue ratio?
Are you also changing the slide along with?
I changed the slide process of benchmarking. I did this, yeah.
Okay.
But I'll start using a board. Wait. That will be better first. I'll just talk about it because then you. I've actually got an electronic pen which aligned with my laptop, but I've still yet to use that. So I thought I would do it now. Experiment. Better not experiment now. Okay. Yeah. So a very, very, very important key metric is called one ECR ratio. So typically organizations benchmark this. First of all, what is ECR ratio for some of you who have not done, say, a compensation as such, is actually to look at what is my wage cost or employee cost? Employee cost, okay, to revenue. Okay. Now, this employee cost to revenue, typically there are certain benchmarks. In a manufacturing organization, it can range. When I say range, that means it will have min and max. It can range anywhere between what percentage? It can range between 7% to say 9%. Okay, this is in manufacturing organization.
You can mention there, yes.
Manufacturing. Now, in IT organizations, IT, okay, in information technology, especially product companies, it can range from anywhere between 30% to, it can also range up to 60%. Why is this very high in IT? Huh?
Because the IT
employees are
people
the major
quite,
cost.
those skills are quite expensive.
Human intelligence
What is it? Because
more...
IT people?
No, because majorly in IT, the service cost is the employee cost only, the services.
Yeah, because In manufacturing organizations, you have what? You have machinery, then you have what is it? Raw material, etc. But in IT, you only have people, right? You only have people to develop your products and services. So it is 30. 1 second. 30%.
So, overall, if we can say, if it be right to say that any organization having, the people, the service sector, it has to be aligned between 30 to 60% like this.
Yeah, I'm just about to come to that. So in a service sector, depending on the complexity, like for example, in an IT, yes, it might be a little lesser, but in a product development company, it will be much higher. Okay. Essentially, depends on the kind of people you want to hire. For example, Google easily tells that their ECR ratio is something like, 65, 70% to 80%. Okay. Now, with respect to benchmarking, what will I do? Whenever I'm actually doing a compensation strategy, when I'm actually doing a hiring strategy, I will definitely look at employee cost to revenue kind of a ratio. And then in similar organizations, what is it? Because any rise in my employee cost, that means it has a direct impact on what? It has a direct impact on
Revenue.
my profit. You agree?
Yes.
Now, if I want to increase my profit, if I increase the cost of the product, what will happen? It's such a highly competitive environment that your market share will be less. So therefore, your CEO is always concerned about, especially at the time of the annual increments. He says, okay, fine, we are increasing our wage cost, but then where am I going to reduce? Where am I going to automate? Because I can't keep increasing my wage cost, which has a direct impact on my profitability. And therefore, then what happens? I'll be forced to increase the cost of product and services. So this is very, very important ECR ratio. What else? What else are the key metrics when you're wanting to benchmark, which has a direct bearing on your business goals, business profitability, or what I was calling, we did last time, what are they as per the balance scorecard, our lag indicators, what are they?
Before ECR, we also discussed one, I think one of the
Lag
elements.
indicators of financial revenue, top line, etc. You said something? Yeah.
Yes, before the ECR ratio, you discussed one more element, one more, factor, and I didn't relate to it or couldn't remember it. What was that?
One is the wage cost. I talked about benchmarking employee satisfaction score.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Most of the organizations would like to actually do what? Employee satisfaction score. Then what else? Customer satisfaction index, right? One is employee satisfaction index. What is the other one where you want to benchmark? This is very important, customer.
And employee satisfaction is basically driven from the employee engagement survey, huh?
Yeah. So you can have this internally, where people will generally, I went to one particular organization where they said, kya karte hai? Internally, they will drive it. They will not even indicate what it is, what's the point of taking our, and then they will represent to the management saying that, oh, everybody is very happy. So typically what happens, organizations, they use a third party or a vendor to get this employee satisfaction survey done. So that at least to show that, yes, there is no subjectivity involved, right? What are some of the things you can actually benchmark where it has a direct bearing on business impact? Say, I will give you. Say, for example, yes, last time I spoke about operational excellence, product, What is it? What are the 3 value disciplines I spoke about? Operational excellence,
Product leadership,
product leadership, and customer intimacy, you can call it, or customer delight. Now, if you are in one of these or two of those value disciplines, what are some of the things you want to benchmark? First of all, understand why I want to benchmark. Hey, I want to differentiate. I want to create a competitive advantage. I want to increase my market share. So I want to know those 3 or 4 things which will my lead indicators, which have huge bearing on the outcome. And I want to be definitely be better than what the industry averages are. Are you with me? Are you with me? Right?
Yes.
Because if I'm not with the better than the industry average, then will I be able to create a competitive advantage or a differentiation? No. So what are some of the things you feel? For example, operational excellence. If Amazon, if Walmart, if IKEA want to create some competitive advantage, garner huge percentage of their market share, what will be that 1 or 2? At least tell me one.
Supply
With
chain management.
which they would like
Supply
to
chain management.
benchmark.
Procurement.
Yes, that means I can
Transport.
call it as sourcing. Huh?
Yeah.
In terms of sourcing process, they would like to see, hey, are we spending more? What is it, right? Then focus of operational excellence is more on productivity. You agree?
Yeah.
Huh? You agree? So they will keep benchmarking what? Productivity indexes. You agree?
Yeah.
Because I want to be very, very efficient. So I want to see, hey, what is my productivity index as in compared to others? For example, I'm in a product leadership. What kind of benchmarking will I do? What is very important for me? I see
No,
today it's not the laundry list of doing just because you have a hammer. Huh? What will you do? You will keep hitting everywhere. Huh? Just because you've learned analytics, I will start tracking all kinds of metrics. It is not going to help, right? You have to choose based on the business need and criticality. So if you are in a product leadership company, what will be very, very key? One of the benchmarking things, what would you like to do?
Customer satisfaction and
product quality.
customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction.
Customer needs.
That is, of course, their customer satisfaction. One more thing, very important.
Innovation.
How soon are you
Innovation.
you said innovation, you are very close there. How soon am I going to launch a product in the market? You agree? How soon am I going to launch? Huh? Otherwise, the other person, no? How soon am I going to launch the
First movers
product in the
advantage.
market? So,
First movers advantage in that market.
absolutely. Launching speed in terms of launching.
To become the market leader also in that product, would that also?
Product
Launching,
cost. Product cost.
See, cost will be more important for these people, operational excellence people, because product cost is very important. Because even if you increase the product cost a little bit, the guy will go and buy another product. So standard operating procedures, I focused on that, right? So if you recall, for operational excellence people, thoda bhi cost ho, you will lose. But here, price is not a criteria at all, no? Because you are saying, hey, I'm giving you that fantastic feature nobody else can do. So you're going to pay for it. Right?
Efficiency is one of the criteria.
Absolutely. And in a customer delight, customer. So are you getting me? Customer intimacy. So we are not going to benchmark just because we have to benchmark. No, I will decide based on needs of what to benchmark will be driven by the need of business in terms of, hey, is that I need to really benchmark because that makes a huge impact on the business outcome. Got it, guys? That's the key for you. Okay. Can I get back to the PPT? Very clear?
Yes.
Oh, what is happening to this one? Okay. So So typically, very, very simple 6-step process. You have to decide on what you want to benchmark. Then understand the entire current performance of that. And then you have to plan in terms of studying others. You have to identify with whom you want to benchmark. Then get the data and then use the findings. Very simple. Okay. A very simple process of benchmarking. So a company or an organization looks within its own business to try and determine the best practice or methodology for conducting a particular task, which is called internal benchmarking. And then you do external benchmarking. External is measuring your own performance with an outside reference. And this reference and standard should also align with your own organization. You have to compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. You can't compare something very contrast. Okay, especially when we do salary benchmarking, we say, hey, if you are a manufacturing organization with the scale and scope of say 500 crore company, you can't go and compare it with the 10,000 crore company. Obviously, it will be so different. So that benchmarking will become very, very different. So a very good example of benchmarking is your market data. When you benchmark your market data and wanting to know. And do you know when do you benchmark your market, your salary data? Tell me some of the, why do you actually benchmark market data? Which are those options? At what times do you actually benchmark data? A, if you want to make course corrections, market. B, you want to know where am I vis-a-vis the market. C, if you are not actually attracting talent, your positions are vacant for a long time, there's a huge attrition, then definitely want to know, hey, what's happening? I have to understand what are other companies in my similar industry paying. So you benchmark the salary data. Got it? Are you all with me? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
At least one thumbs up, because what happens, no communication is absolutely like, you don't know what is happening. So this is some amount of internal benchmarking, external benchmarking. You can do it for your own products and services. You can do it for your function and process. And for all HR people, I would say, you can do benchmark within your... Hey guys, please mute that. So what you could do is, if you are in any particular organization, see how your process performs and then benchmark it with a similar process in another industry, similar industry, so that you know exactly, you are able to evaluate how good it is performing. Okay. So this is also when you're doing a performance improvement plan, you want to do it, benchmarking. Now we come to trend analysis. What do you understand by trend? Say if I show you this, how will you say? Can you read this? I've given you everything. The light blue is Australia. The dark blue is USA. And Belgium is yellow in color. You have data of every month, October, November, December, January. So how will you read this data? And this is, sales per month in these countries, Australia, USA, and Belgium. So what does it mean when I say trend analysis?
So it shows that how the sales are performing for the different months in the different countries. What is that?
Right.
What has been the trend?
Absolutely. If I were to read this graph, I will say, so there are 3 countries where the sales figures are shown month after month, say October, November, December, January, 4 months. And I can see that how has been their sales performance month on month, right? So when I say trend analysis, what does it mean? I need to have what? Historical data, past data.
Historical data.
Historical data or past data. Because why do I want to have past data? Maybe with the trend analysis, I can also sometimes do what? Forecasting. Do you know all the sales people, they do their sales forecasting. Huh?
Yes.
Or we also
Yeah.
do, no? What forecasting we do, tell me?
Manpower forecast.
Exactly. Manpower planning, forecasting, or what we would tell today, talent acquisition planning. So therefore, we also do that planning. So I would suggest if you have some data on that, you can definitely work on that. Well, one model which I can talk about, and maybe I will talk about in the next month, next session, is called Markov analysis. Has anybody heard of Markov analysis? This Markov analysis model we use especially for doing what? Manpower planning, to forecast manpower planning. How many numbers do we require? So I will definitely bring a lot of data into it, and I'll show you how is this Markov analysis done. Okay. So trend analysis, simply what? Having a past data and then forecasting in terms of what is that, in future it can be. So can you also do trend analysis if you have something like, absenteeism past data? Month on month, if you have an absenteeism past data, then can you do some forecasting on that as well?
Yes.
So that you can actually then ensure, hey, that there are people, especially you will plan for people, right? For those contingencies. And thank you all for this very involved and participative kind of a session.